Wilson Álvarez with a 5-run lead goes back to work. Outside, ball 1. Jim Cott talked with Paul Molitor about hitting before the game.
Well, I think what I learned as a young hitter was to be aggressive. And in the major league level, I've just gradually tried to condense my swing and my quietness at the plate to where I'm as compact as I can be. It's a continual learning process, and I feel like I'm still learning as a hitter.
And he's still hitting the ball.
Boy, some student, he's still learning to that short stride. And again, the compact swing he was talking about.
So Molitor on, and here's Joe Carter.
That's why the White Sox concerned about trying to tack on some runs. This is an explosive lineup.
Fourth inning has been Toronto's most productive of the series so far. One and one. Joe Carter made the defensive play of the game back in the first inning against Robin Ventura. This was Joe against the fence to end the first.
And eventually those line drives caught up with Pat Hentgen.
Game 4 of the ALCS here in Toronto last year. The Jays trailed Oakland 6-1. Toronto scored 3 in the 8th, tied it on a Robbie Alomar 2-run homer in the 9th, and won it in 11. Ball 2.
That was one of the most dramatic games in ALCS history. That home run coming off Dennis Eckersley.
Count even now. Carter at 2-2. Molitor at first with a leadoff single here in the 4th. Foul past third.
You saw that base stealing percentage, and again, being down 5, Toronto will not quit running, but as a base runner, you want to make sure you get a good jump like Ricky Henderson did stealing third. You're not going to take as many chances and run at will as if you were on top, and that's the advantage of the White Sox being ahead and at least slowing down Toronto's running game a little bit.
Cito Gaston, Gene Tennis, Larry Heisel on the Toronto bench. Popped him up. Frank Thomas in foul territory. 1 out.
Good night, Johnny.
Joe checking that bat. Little kitchen shot by Wilson Álvarez. Really got deep in there. He has an explosive fastball. If you get in on Joe Carter, you usually have to get way in. He's very quick inside.
Here's John Olerud. Has handled Wilson Álvarez pretty well the 8 times he's faced him in his career. That includes a base hit back in the 2nd inning. 4-1. American League Championship Series Game 3. 1 on, 1 out, bottom of the 4th inning. Chicago 6, Toronto 1. That breaking ball is high, and it's 2-0. Center field, base hit. Molitor makes the turn, goes to third, the throw into second, and Toronto with runners at first and third and 1 out.
Again, this is the American League batting champion, and he gets a 2-0 breaking ball. You can see the break right on the end of that pitch. Here's Álvarez with a 5-run lead and 1 out. 2-0 count. Situation you would expect a pitcher to throw a fastball, and that's the respect for John Olerud. He gets a breaking ball and still hits it.
Here's Alomar, who singled back in the 2nd inning. Has hit Wilson Álvarez. Ball 1.
There's a veteran with some postseason experience, Tim Belcher. Member of the 1988 Dodgers World Champions. Kind of interesting, the White Sox picked up Belcher just before the trading deadline, figuring he'd be valuable in September and in the postseason, but it was the great work of Álvarez and Beret that has pushed him out of the rotation. But a valuable guy to have right now. When you're in a situation like this with young pitchers, you can bring a pitcher of Belcher's experience into the game.
Chicago pitching coach Jackie Brown out to assure Wilson Álvarez that he does have a 5-run lead. But he's got a 2-0 count on Robbie Alomar. 2-1. A good cut by Alomar.
Again, those little visits by pitching coaches. We saw Galen Cisco do it earlier. Now Jackie Brown with a young pitcher are usually not to suffer from the harder and harder syndrome. It's always a temptation when you have a good arm and they hit the ball to try to throw it harder. And those visits are just relax and throw your normal fastball.
Ball 3. Tony Fernandez would be next. And now the count is full. That's Nick Leyva, the third base coach for Toronto, going through the signs. Molitor is at third. Olerud is at first. The count is full and 1 out.
Thomas playing behind Olerud. You would expect him to run on this 3-2 count.
He doesn't go. The grounder foul past third. not quite as loose as they were an inning ago on the Chicago bench. As the Chicago Brain Trust keeps an eye on Álvarez. Foul back. Danny Cox would like to see the score narrowed a little bit. Cedar Gaston with a good view of Tim Belcher throwing in the bullpen. Full count pitch again. Ball 4 and the bases are loaded. Now, Frank Thomas, back in Chicago, said that he liked being out in the field as opposed to DHing because he has a better opportunity to calm his pitchers down, and that's exactly what he's doing out at the mound right now.
See, there's a lot of pitchers out there laughing at fielders. Love to do that. They love to come to the mound and say, hey, you dummy, we're going to tell you what to do. And the pitcher will say, the only thing you know about pitching is it's tough to hit. Get back and play your position. That's an ongoing battle between pitchers and position players, but oftentimes
Jim, are you really going to argue with the big hurt out there on the mound?
Keith Hernandez assumed that role with the Mets when they won in 1986.
Here's Fernandez with the bases loaded and 1 out. And a called strike. Álvarez starts him off with the breaking ball. Paul Molitor is the runner at third. He's singled to start this inning. After Carter fouled out, John Olerud singled. He's at second. Alomar, who walked, is at first. Chicago infield looking for a double play ball. And the foul makes it 0-2. Back in the second inning, there were runners at first and third and 1 out, and Fernandez grounded into a short to first double play to end it. And he goes down swinging this time. Big strikeout for Álvarez, his third of the night.
And that at-bat points out what we talked about at the start of the game. The Blue Jays under 500 against left-hand pitching because most of the switch hitters, like Fernandez, just not as productive from the right side of the plate. Every switch hitter has a dominant side, and all the Blue Jays switch hitters are much better as left-hand hitters.
And with 2 out now, that puts Ed Sprague at the plate. Sprague looking for his first hit of the year against Álvarez. And a swing and a miss. Hit hard to center field. Lance Johnson has room. And that'll do it. In the first 2 games, the White Sox got opportunities and lost them, and the Blue Jays lose 1 here. 6-1 Chicago. Now the fans over the White Sox dugout giving Wilson Álvarez a hard time as he came off the field, and Wilson kind of gives it right back to him.
I tell you, look at his eyes and his makeup on the mound. You wouldn't think you saw a 23-year-old